So here's the manual for the motherboard. Yeah, I shouldn't move very much. I do have a... My tummy's not perfect yet. There. This motherboard probably have the same kind of shock your card, your M2 had. So I was thinking someday I'll check it out, right? And now I'm thinking, can we see anything? Can we see anything, right? This is in the way. So Daniel's Discord. So, oh, this is Dusty. So, what happened to this board? Can we see anything? Is it the processor or the board that's dead? So this is a nice motherboard. I'd love to get it working. And this is... Hmm. Having something edible or drinkable on the table at the same time as I undustify this thing. No. I guess if we're going to look at this, we would remove this. But I guess we start looking at the bottom, right? So I imagine we can't see a thing and that there's nothing to do, but we have not looked yet, right? So I'm going to preview this so I can see too. You inspired me. You inspired me to actually do this. So the bottom side. Okay, I'm turning it and probably got a bit of a bad connection there. I love the soapboxes, Neil's soapboxes. So here we have some chips, making sure that everything looks okay here. The components. I mean, something must have broken. Is it visible? Then we might be able to like fix it. If it's not visible, we can't fix that. So So we looked at these, right? So are we here? I'm like over here. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, we're like half the board, so you don't have to worry if we're doing this all day, because these are just connectors. So what if we aim for this here with my finger? So if we can't see anything, it's just that. So so this board is dead, and it's a nice motherboard that I would like to have working. So I'm thinking if I can see something that's bad, then we have an opportunity to fix something. If we can't see anything, then it's kind of like not a big chance to be able to fix it, right? So let's actually. Oh, I'm sorry. This is so. But let's just dust it off. And there's always the opportunity or the possibility that things just work when you test them again. So we can always think of that too. There's the risk of. No, it's just black. It's just dead. Nothing. No power. So that's also one reason I'm thinking it might be visible, because, you know, it's quite a bad error, right? It's a quite big bug. I shouldn't have my face this close. Let's go out a bit there. Oh, so did I pull the cable out? No, it's just black. Oh, it's my pants. Okay, they're black. They're quite black. So I turned it over, but this is a big thing here, right? So I'm kind of thinking we should remove it so we can see better. So, how are you, Nori? Everything good? So we need to get the fan off to be able to get the screws off. So this fan, there seems to be like torque screws here. We'll see. Actually, I'm going to zoom with my phone because the angle is not good for the microscope. Oh, Nori, tell me what happened. What happened? Tell me. Seriously? So let's look at what screws do we have here. Okay, okay. Do that. So, is it the Torx or what is this? It doesn't look like a Torx. It looks possibly like 6. So that's just the plastical. We're looking at the one beneath. Let's turn the lights on. Oh my god, this is dark. Uh, so let's see here. Could it be a bad Torx that? Let's feel it. Audio test. Plastic or metal? I mean, it feels plasticky. So it's very stable, right? And very dusty. Very dusty. Let's let's do a better angle there. Yeah, this can be real close. Come on, I had it there. So, no? Okay, a bit up. And zoom in. That doesn't look very much like. Hmm. Doesn't look like something you could use to unscrew, does it? So, hmm. Oh, it's just like this. That's odd. I thought it was both. Okay, so it's just snapped on there. And it's extremely dirty, and I can't see anything goes on. So, always keep track of what you're doing, right? So even if it's a broken motherboard. Gosh, how did they even get this in there? Can I zoom? So it's stuck between the connector here. Yeah, so there's no way of me getting that out without flipping the stripes. Because it's folded, so it's very bulky, and it's not flexible because it's held in place. So I got that one out. Now I can get the next one there. So actually a long one here. So this we like photograph there. So we never forget that. So, and very dirty. Hmm. This feels like the wrong screwdriver for this. So where are my bigger ones? Oh, you can do flats too. Let's use this one. Never use the flat ones. They're always free. So this is kind of the perfect thing to do when you're listening to something at the same time, right? Because it's no brain thing. Right, let's actually medium this because you can't see it, right? So there. so. There. Very nice cooling for something that can fit with us. So this one, it's a nice thing. So I have my laptop on the trash bin. So we're going to fix OBS in this one. That's one of the things I need to do today. So, but I need the trash bin now. So it's a good extra table. So I have thought about getting another cheap motherboard from AliExpress for this processor, and then we would know which is the problem, you know? So dried bits of goo. Oh gosh, it really, it's really dirty. Can you see the color difference? Ah, so let's look at that. So, okay. Hmm. Let's check all the things here and see if this is actually. Uh, what? Okay. Okay, so you sent me a message? Maybe on Discord. I don't have that up when I'm streaming. So let's actually search for these. Or should we just grab an image? So let's rotate this so it's a bit straighter. Yeah. It took me a second to understand that was Discord. Thank you, Nori. I will check it. So there, let's actually do a print screen of this. Where's my keyboard? It's on the floor. I should have more desk space, right? So if I click this image and then we Alt-GR print screen this. So, and then we have the actual preview of it, like I draw. And I need my keyboard to paste. Now I can actually paste without my keyboard. I just never do it. There's a paste. Come on, paste. So there we have it. Goody good. No. What do I want really? This, I think. And I want to preview again so I can see. There. So these are really hard to push. That one did it. Can I do the other one? Yeah. So there. So cool. So first thing, I guess we look at this. I don't think we can see anything wrong with this, but well, We do have the microscope, right? So this is what it looks like. Why is it still blurry? So this is what it looks like. It's all smooth. Nothing except for these to connect. That's kind of cool, right? So no pens, no special thingy. So maybe I should be a bit careful with it in case it's not that. Or maybe I'll just put it like normally, just in the middle of stuff, right? Then we have the other cool thing, where it was, right? So actually I'm going to put it back because I'm going to be dusting this off a bit. Yeah. So if I leave that off and I dust it all and all the dust falls in there, yeah, you know. So yeah, yeah. So I realized why this one was too hard when this one wasn't closed, because you need to do that one first. Because this one tightens it. So there. Now we can like dust this off without stuff falling in the way. There's actually plastic on this. Is it? No, I'm curious. Oh, it's actually a sticker there with the text on it. Why would they have this as a sticker when everything else is printed? So this thing, I don't think we can move, right? Yeah, we can. So let's do it. So yeah, this one is on there. Yeah, it's quite stuck still. No, there. So it's cooling these ships here. So it's quite dirty on the sides. Do AI. Do AI. So so I just want to be able to see all the components as much as possible for this and see if we can see anything that's wrong with it, right? So I don't think I will find anything. I'm just curious. And right now I'm thinking I need to like dust this off a little bit because it's hard to see. So I'm thinking we'll connect this board. Uh, we'll grab some new paste for the processor later, and we'll actually try and stock it too after cleaning everything up. So I'm just dusting it on over the trash bin. I wish I had some air, but I don't. So it'll have to be brush style. And if it's bad for static electricity, then it's already dead, you know? So I don't think it is very static, this. Gosh, so much dust. Hi! So I'm just brushing off this motherboard that's dead. I don't have any air, so pressured air. So I have to do it like this. So we can see if we can find any errors. If there's anything visible, we might be able to fix it. If there's nothing visible, we're going to still try to start it and see if we can get it to live. Or if we're just lucky, you know? Maybe there was some bad dust that connected something. So yeah, I see better with these, but it's not like always. It's very annoying because I see my screen's worse. Yeah, I don't think there's any more dust on it. So let's see. So now we can check the board a bit, see if we see anything that looks odd. Yeah. As I said, it's quite a nice motherboard. This I was a little bit sad because it died, and I didn't even know how good it was. And then I realized how good it was, and I was like, not mentionable words on stream, right? So, because I bought this, all my computers I buy them used. So if we have something odd with electricity here, Yeah, so we have of course already. I know that this board had a bit of a heat thing, and also it had. I think it finally died when I had the box open, so I might have staticified it somehow. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, so I just thought this looked a bit funny. Where was it? So let's see. There. It's just not very clear to see, is it? Let's go closer. So I love having the microscope on this arm because I can really look. This is the only thing that looks a bit odd. What if I turn it sideways here and go a bit closer still? So where is the thing? So it might just be the light, and the angle that looks funny. Yeah, it's probably good. So this is very tiny. That looks a bit odd. I'm like, what to do if it looks odd? So yeah, we'll have to continue the microscope. Let's zoom. So let's see now. Hi. Thank you, Jackson. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing a very random mod streamer today. I hope you feel better. Did you go to the doctors? How are you doing? Call me. So this is a motherboard. I'm like I want this to be alive. I don't want it to be dead. So I wanted to like, can we see anything that's off? Maybe we even need to be closer. Not that I would be able to fix it maybe, but if we can see something that's definitely odd. So back to where I was here. I think that looks a bit funny. So we should really check like stuff that has to do with power, I guess, because it's really not alive. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, of course I will show off the stream. Both of them, right? So I'm curious to see what else you will do on your stream but playing games. So of course here everybody follow. I don't have a keyboard. I'm getting my keyboard. There. So I don't even know if anyone's in here with this on the stream, but let's do a shout out. I like your name, by the way. Jigsaw Full Trades. Ah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so follow Jax. He works at Hack the Box and make real cool streams there. And he also streams himself. And I'm very curious what he will think of. He's just starting out, so I'm interested to see what you do. And hope you feel better, even better than now. I hope you got rid of the fever. So, what was your message? I have to read it. I'm going to be starting. Yeah. Yeah, and I usually don't have something on in the background, so this is an exception. So we have Neil stream on in the background for now. If you can hear it, yeah, you should be able to. Hmm. What happened now? All right, right. I have to do this. There, that's where we're going. So let's go microscope. So this is kind of thing that I need to know if I should throw this out, right? I guess I should have already. But it's such a nice motherboard, and maybe either the motherboard or the processor are okay. And I guess these look similar to the other one, right? But they're not exactly the same. This one over here, if I can find my finger, this one looked a bit funny to me. But these looks okay. But they're still. So, if you know anything about fixing dead motherboards, help. So we have 8 slots for RAM on this. And I don't know exactly what's wrong, but it doesn't light up anything. So we have so many slots here too. The power buttons. So let's see if I can pull this a bit. So we're all over almost the end of the board here. What's that? So what's that? So it's too tiny really to be seen. I'm like, where am I even? Like here? Oh, I think I can see it. Let's see. So tweezer, see if I can just grab this. That didn't work very well. These are tiny. Oh, there it is. I mostly wanted to see if it was like metal or just random dirt. Anyway, I don't want random dirt on there, right? So, so I need my keyboard. Or rather that. Oh. I can't see anything with those on with normal stuff. Only when it's close I need the glasses, you know? Old people glasses. Although my dad and my sister has glasses, so maybe I'm like early. Let's see. I don't understand those numbers. So here we have the processor here. So here we have the chips that have the heat shield thingy on. So we need to clean these off. I don't have any new sticky thing, so we'll have to use the old one. Maybe I should have that, like, laying around. So it will start to, however, you know. If it starts, maybe we should grab a new one. So this is really dust still. So this is so tiny. So what I'm thinking is that the dirt might be bad, you know, but mostly that I can't see. That looks dirty. What's that? Not that it matters, but this is good. So if you're not hearing Neil, I'll go up the volume. If I'm looking serious, it's because his words.
And it clicked for me, chat. Like, no bullshit. He said that to me, and that day, I committed. I was never gonna have another drop of alcohol ever again. It was a very real moment, hands down, chat, hands down. And I've never looked back. Never looked back. And if you know me, if you've been around this stream for a while, you know I love my bourbon, love my whiskey, love my red wine, love to go out and have red wine and steak. Haven't so much as looked back from it. Not a day. 2.5 years alcohol free. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so I
dropping the
can see
alcohol was
this on the
huge.
board.
I think that
Yeah,
plus
so I
the
imagine
added
we won't
stuff.
see anything, you
You
know,
know,
that's off.
you know, I do feel
Because, you
great
know,
about it.
it's not like it started burning or
It's been
anything.
wild to have the body changes that I've had.
But it's still
I think
nice
that it has
to
contributed
look
to
at
my
it to
success and my
see
body
that
being able
we
to
can't
process the
see
cancer
anything,
drugs.
because that would have been
You know, I'm good.
nice to have
I'm
some
good.
component to
I love it.
change that was like bad.
I'm happy. I'm happy to
So
be
the
here.
angle of this
I'm happy
now,
to help
I'm
you.
gonna have to move it closer
Listen, like
actually,
I always
then
say,
I
like
can
I
have it
appreciate everybody who
straight.
stuck around through the
So,
last 2.5 years. I know it was a really rough road, especially streaming wise. I told you guys it was gonna be a rough road streaming wise. Um, you know, I'm glad to be
so
back
let's
streaming.
see here.
I'm glad to have the support of the community, those who've stuck around, those who came, you know, while we were going through the struggles. You guys have been amazing, and you know, you guys have definitely been a rock for me to lean on, and I truly appreciate it. Hence the reason why we continue to raise money for the Melanoma Research Foundation as well. I saw this one. I wanted to drop this one in chat from Fracas Wow. So we're gonna pivot again. So grab onto the side. We're gonna pivot around. We're gonna turn the car sharp turn to the left. This is bullshit. I'm a MSc cybersecurity grad with experience in internships. I actively engage in platforms like HackTheBox, TryHackMe, where I refine my skills, and I'm immense to myself in this domain at every opportunity. And after 6 months of applying for entry-level jobs, I got 0 reply.
We're
That,
going to
my
continue
friends,
checking. We're like at
is
the
a
end of the
testament
board.
to
So
everything
I'm just
that
going
I
to go check on
continue
my
to
kids
talk about.
quickly, and then I'll be back. So I'll
Right?
be right
It
back.
is everything I
Just checking
continue
on
to
the
talk about.
kids.
This job market is hot freaking garbage.
Right. I need to mute my mic, otherwise you will hear me talking to
This strategy is a
them.
strategy I
So,
preached that would have worked 5 years ago. This strategy doesn't work today. And again, I go back to, if you're not changing your job search strategies as the world changes around you, then you're not actually interested in finding a job. The world is going to change around you. The way that you find jobs is going to change. The way that you have to put yourself out there is going to change. If you are not adapting to the way that the job market is working out there today, then that's what's causing the frustration. It's not bullshit. It's that the enemy, the hiring managers, have changed their TTPs, and you have not. You have not. What is the way now? The way is networking. Listen, if I put a job out on a job board today and I get 4,000 people applying for that job, I put a stat out on that 1,000 Connect video that Beardsec just dropped in there. Less than 7% of the people who apply for a job on LinkedIn actually get hired through that Apply Now button. Right? And again, for right or wrong, I told you I was at dinner with a CISO, a VP of Security Architecture, and a SOC manager on Wednesday, someday this week. Right? They're asking me to give them introductions to people that they want to hire on their team. They're not putting up job ads because they know that it's a useless endeavor to put up a job posting. You know when they'll put up a job posting? So I got them intro to a member of the community who I thought was fit for a role they were asking me to help them with. That person's had 2 interviews, and after my dinner on Wednesday, there's a likelihood that they're going to pursue.
So one of my kids, he's about to wake up.
When they make that decision,
And my other kid,
when they'll put the job posting up, so they can tell this candidate to go apply for that job.
yeah,
and
we
then they'll
talked about
tell
food.
HR
I'm
this
actually
is the
gonna grab
candidate
one of
we want to
these.
hire. That's how it's working these days. That is how it's working these days.
So,
One,
so I'm thinking what to do now. Should we just get some new paste on there? Yeah, I think I will actually look. I think we might have some
all day long.
air
Like, I
to
don't
make
care,
this a bit cleaner,
but I'm
right?
not looking
Because
for
I
a job,
can't.
right? I'm not looking
Yeah.
for a job. I love it at Query. We're going to the moon, baby. But I can
This is quite
unequivocally
nice.
tell you that if
And
you are
actually, I noticed it
ignoring
was quite.
this fact of life right now,
I don't usually eat these because they're too sweet.
you
But
might as
now,
well
when I
not
was a
even
bit
look
sick,
for a job.
this is like an
You might as
easy,
well
nice
not even
thing.
look. This is reality.
Let's check the last bit.
Listen, and here's why. And I'll go back and I'll say it before.
So
It is
we're almost at
supply
the corner here.
and demand.
So last corner.
There
And this
are
one is also
more
like.
job seekers in the market today,
So why are these
especially in cyber, than there ever has been.
gooey?
Supply is up. When supply goes up, demand goes down.
3 of the corners at least have those.
Right? When supply goes up, I'm no longer going to the grocery store. I'm going to the specialized market. I'm going to go to the farmer's
So I'm going to go thinking a bit logically about
and I'm going to
this
go find
too.
some specialized talent. You know why?
Bias.
Because there's a ton of specialized talent on the market
So
today.
do we have 2 biases maybe that we can switch? Bias 1.
Thank you. Testament from the field.
So
Those
back
of
up.
you who are sitting around going, Neil is full of shit today. Thank you for the testament from the field.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
I've gotten my last 3 jobs from
Oh,
LinkedIn
little lad
connections,
there.
from connections I only knew in person. Even at my current place, when we have an opening, we hit so many bots and deepfakes.
Yeah, so there's so many components underneath there too. But if we go for the power, this is where we get the power in, right? So if it has something to do with the power, it's possible that it is close there.
To the world. You're listening to dumbass fucking influencers on the internet who are like, do these 3 resume tips to guarantee you'll end up in a recruiter's inbox today. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Another lad. So I'm thinking we'll connect power. And we'll think about what else we need to connect to get it started. Maybe there's not much more.
Guarantee you'll get a job. Bullshit.
Of course, we need to attach the processor first, right? Again. So I kind of cleaned up the processor a little bit with just paper. So it looks very, very clean, the surface. But I'm gonna get some. We could also like isopropanol the whole thing.
I'm telling you, some of you, I want you to go find a brick wall.
So this one actually also has screws. So let's take it off. By the way, you can't see, right? So this one, this heat sink here also has screws. So let's remove that one too.
That networking is how you're going to get a job in today's space.
This is not a good screwdriver for this, but they're not tightly screwed on. So
joking, of course. T's and C's and blah 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 blah. Joking, of course.
So let's just make sure that all the things we can do, we did.
Right? Go
and then we will see if there's any difference, you know?
Go touch grass. Go talk to people. Go make meaningful connections on the world. Build those connections. And go do awesome stuff. Meetups. That's awesome. I say B-Sides KC. Right? All that stuff. can. This is not the time to be leaving a job if you have one, right? This is not the time to be leaving a job if you have one. And if you're looking for a job, you should set your expectations ridiculously low, and you should go out there and make
I'm
some
just
friends
sending a
and
message there.
please.
So there. Let's grab the last one.
What's your advice for math suckies and to advance in the field? I suck at it also. Go make friends with people like eCurve. Make sure that they're your closest friends so they can do all the math stuff for you.
There. So we have the scripts with all the thingies. And I'm assuming, yeah. So this one.
Let's see here. Where do you get your latest news from? X?
I'm grabbing that isopropanol.
X and Reddit, honestly. Show a list of your opinion of the best channels to start in cybersecurity. Cyber and security. Cyber and security is the only best channel. There you go. I don't promote anybody else's stuff. Go make your own assessment. Real quick, just on that topic, right? Think about how I want to say this.
So, let's say this one is kind of out.
What works for me does not work for you.
It's like the tiniest little bit at the bottom there.
Right? What works for me does not work for you.
Let's do this. We'll spray the whole thing.
There is no best.
But first we can just like...
Let's start with that. There is no best.
Up there.
If you put best in front of everything, you're already starting on the wrong foot. There is no best.
Here.
Right? And I'll say that about cyber and security, right? Like, I think cyber and security is the best. Right? I unequivocally think cyber and security is the best, which is why I've continued to do it for 5 years. So do a lot of people who are still here years later.
So I'm going to spray the whole board.
In cybersecurity,
so we're going to give it a shot.
And I love every single one of them. Right?
So that's shiny now.
But there is somebody better.
We're going to look with a microscope too, though.
There will always be somebody better. I'm not the best. And I know that.
Yeah, I need to grab more stuff.
As you can tell. Right? And so, the first thing I would encourage you to do is to get best out of your vocabulary. Get best out of your vocabulary. You have to find what works for you. And you have to curate your knowledge.
Yeah, I guess I need to remove all of this.
And this goes for training,
right.
This goes for search.
And this is also like old.
Right?
Let's see if I can't avoid breaking that.
Brian is an instructor, but I may not like Brian's instructor style. And so while he may be super smart at teaching the content he teaches, I just don't like the way he drones on and is super pedantic about bullshit in his teaching. And so I just can't learn from him. Obviously, I'm joking, just giving you an example. So I say all that to say,
this is hard. It's not soft anymore. It's falling to bits, but it's super hard. So I use my nail to scrape stuff off. I don't need to get it all.
Like, this is why I hate those
and also I'm trying to... This black foam is also falling apart a bit.
Fuck you, you're just looking for click links.
So I'm trying not to break that too much. So a little bit more on both.
You want to make a list? Go take a personality test and say, if you're an ENFJ and you're slightly ADHD and maybe a tad bit autistic, these channels work for me. You see how much, like, now I can look at that and go like, I know what an ENFJ is. I'm probably a little bit ADHD. I probably got too much caffeine in my body, so that maybe I'm just a tad bit autistic. Let's go check out some of those channels. Instead of hunting for clicks by saying, here are the top 10 YouTube channels that exist out there. See how stupid that is?
So, we'll just put some normal paste on there. It kind of looks funny though.
So, remove best.
Like it's scratched. But that doesn't matter. So, just want to show you how shiny it is, really.
Someone years in the industry at a management level, but not very active on
It's very
social.
shiny now. So now you can see the rest of the dirt over there, right?
You should always be growing your network. You should always be growing your network.
Though it doesn't really matter, but we can check the components here now. They were underneath.
I would argue.
So trying not to tip over the bar, the bowl. So let's just check this area too, which is not very dirty because I didn't clean here with the brush.
I mean, the beginning of the career, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. Does anybody understand why I say that it's super important when you're a senior executive? In a security org.
Is this it? Where are we?
In a relative
all the way over there?
Org,
okay.
How many people with 0
that was so close to my food.
Percentage-wise, typically make up a security org, right? Probably 30 to 40%, right? Maybe 50%.
Yeah, so let's put it back in the same order we removed it, right? So let's start with this one.
Do you know how many people, how many security orgs? Do you know how many?
So some parts, we have 3 here. This, would be 1. That ship, right?
Do you know how many director of security operations roles are at most organizations? 1. You know how many directors of GRC are at an organization? 1.
So I want to know where to put it before we do.
At the senior executive level,
and I guess if I just
a pool of candidates.
Yeah, of course it has to be with that one. This is in the way now.
Right, so I would argue those of you who are at the entry level spot of the world, while it may feel like you don't have an advantage, you're competing for 5, 6, 7, 10, 79 in the case of this one that we saw on Reddit this morning, roles. At the senior executive level, there's 1 role that you're competing for. And so it is critically important that you network the higher up you get in the food chain.
So I can't find the screw holes.
You are in the best position to get that
Oh,
role.
I know why. Because I had it upside down.
So yes, absolutely. Please continue your network. All right, let's do a couple more.
There. That's where they go. So now I know where it's supposed to be. Size, place-wise. I'm just gonna grab some. So, so if it's dead, I'm wasting this, but it'll probably still be dead because we didn't do anything. But I should have done this when it had heat problems, but that was years ago. It's been dead for years, this. So it is, you can find the spot. So this, and this.
My personality, my brain.
So I'm just gonna.
And the internet.
It's just had a bit of a squishy thing there before. We're doing this instead. That's too much. I don't really care now, right? Good enough.
What's the good word? How was golf last weekend?
So, holes.
As with sometimes it happens in my job, it was a failure to execute last weekend. So I did not do as well as I'd hoped I'd do. Failure to execute. Callie, good to see you as always, buddy. My most favorite intern to give shit to.
So let's see here.
Do you think that cyber is going to be targeted more by AI and automation since cyber doesn't guarantee money and cost of business? Absolutely. But here's the thing.
So I did say I would do it all with
every business is
isopropanol, right?
susceptible to efficiency gains.
I didn't.
Think about that for a second. Every business,
Let's do the rest of it.
every job, every
I don't want to
function
waste that.
in an organization, every function in an organization is susceptible to efficiency gains. What does that mean? That means that if I can make a part of the business more efficient,
I'm not doing these
I
tightly.
will look
They
for
have
ways
feathers too.
to make that part of the business more efficient, more cost effective for the business. Which means I will look for tools, people, or processes which will make the business
So
more
I can still
efficient.
do these tighter, a few
That
of
has
them
nothing to do with
by
cyber.
hand.
That has nothing to do with technology.
That's probably
has
good enough.
nothing to do with AI.
So I need to go, and I will actually try
Everything
to
to do
clean
with
this with
Business
a
101.
bathtub. So you'll still hear me.
If I can get 160 hours out of work,
No. Yeah,
out of an
I unmuted.
individual
I'm
who's
like,
only
didn't I
working 40
unmute?
hours a week, that's good for business.
So
Some of you who have,
bathtub will become dirty.
mindsets may not like that answer too much. But if I can get 160 hours worth of work out of a 40-hour work week, I have tripled.
In this world, you never know what you
Oh, sorry about that.
What in the hell?
I can't do anything. Oh my god. Oh, this is so dusty.
Jag heter Camilla Läckberg. Jag är 4-barnsmamma först av allt.
You got a Swedish ad.
Funkar inte riktigt när man är
Well, the sound only.
Smartast av alla syskon, snyggast av alla syskon.
Mamma, jag älskar dig.
Läckberg. Premiär 1 april på Viaplay och TV3.
Icing? Eller?
I'm going back.
Tjenare! Hur är läget?
So let's see here. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm gonna mute. Because it's actually 2 more minutes of ads. So we still have to clean this. And I was thinking of spraying it all, So let's open the new bottle. Dusty. There. Let's just start with putting a little on there. And just I'm like bending this. Sorry, going for the trash bin here. Let's get some paper instead. So the most of it is like gone. So, oopsie. Do this instead. Didn't even get any. Yeah. So how we back here?
But in that same token, right? If you
Over
as
2
a
minutes of
worker
ads. So there.
are like, well, fuck the
And
business.
this one
I only work 2
I
hours.
didn't
Pay for
actually
40.
do with this,
You
but
can't be pissed when the business is like, fuck, I don't have to pay you for 40 when you're really only doing 2 hours. Get out of my business. You can't be mad about that.
so I'm actually going to spray it all, meaning we will
It's a
probably
business.
not
And I'm all, listen, I'm
start
about
it
it.
today,
Go out there and get your
depending
cash.
on the time.
Go out there and get your
But I
money.
would
Do what you
also
got
do,
to do.
you know, a
Like, this isn't
security
me
limit. So
telling
I'm
you
going to
that you
spray
better
it a
go
bit
find 38 hours worth
for
of work
here.
and go get your money. What I'm telling you is be
Let's
realistic
see.
with yourself.
There, now it's
When you get laid
actually.
off because they found out you only do 2 hours worth of work, don't be mad at the business for making a business decision. You made a decision to only give 2 hours worth of value and take 38 hours worth of free pay. You know? I have strong feelings on this, right? I have strong feelings all the way
So
around.
this dries quickly, but if I put it like
There
in a
is no
place
wrong
where
answer,
it's,
right?
yeah, so
I think
whatever is falling
I
off
think
here is kind of
corporations
clean.
have gotten away with treating
So
employees like shit for way too long.
it is.
And I
It's
think
currently
employees have
dripping.
taken advantage of companies for way too long. Right? I believe both of those things can and are true.
So I'm
I
going to
think
do
that
this
it is
bottom
circular and
there
they have
to
fed
press
each
the top.
other this
I'm not spraying
toxicity
into the
for
USBs and
literally
stuff.
decades. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has been
And
afraid of everyone
I
else for
did
literally
not
decades.
spray before we removed that.
Right? What I'm telling you is set your expectations in reality, right? If you're worried that your 2 hours
Yeah,
of
so what
work
we need to do
is
more
going to be replaced
carefully,
with
it's
automation, don't
these.
be surprised when automation comes for you and you're laid off because of
So
automation.
just
Don't
first,
be surprised. You, yes, you did not make yourself valuable to the enterprise. If you're genuinely
so
worried about
alcohol
AI
fumes,
taking your job
not very
because
nice.
you only do 2 hours of work in a 40-hour work week, you solely, your personality, you on the other end of this camera, you are not making yourself valuable to the enterprise. Not the enterprise.
So
You are not doing it.
yeah, so that's kind of like what we can do.
It is your responsibility to show the business that for what they pay you, they are getting their money's worth. It's your responsibility.
Trying
It's not the
to
business.
do
Businesses
whatever
don't
I
have an
can
obligation to pay you what they choose to pay you. There's no law. There's no
So
mandate. There's no workers' union like there is in Europe. Right? Businesses don't have a requirement to do that. You have a requirement to prove your value to the enterprise. Tiny soapbox. I usually like to end on a good soapbox. Jason Miller over in LinkedIn chat. Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's talk about next week really fast. Next week, we do have Sec Data Ops, and we got Team of the Hacker next week. I want to give a huge thank you to our new subs. Blood Pain, starting with Prime. Thank you so very much. Blood Pain also with the $25 donation to the Melanoma Research Foundation. Thank you all so very much for your subs today. Thank you all so very much for your donations to the Melanoma Research Foundation. I truly do appreciate it. That money does not go to me. That money goes directly to the Melanoma Research Foundation. We do have...
So there's like a
make sure you're in Discord.
hair on here.
Step 1. Before you leave today,
Can
you
happen.
sign off for the day, make sure you're in Discord.
So there.
Step 2, make sure you go into the giveaways channel. You have notifications turned on for the giveaways channel.
So
Because step 3 is I'm going to be
it's
dropping
already
the
drying,
weekly
as you can see.
Try Hack Me giveaway
So
character lift into the giveaways channel today for 3 Try Hack Me vouchers.
we're going to put this one back
giveaways
on here.
We're going to have a conversation internally.
So
we're going to talk with Jason. We're going to figure out the rules around his
this way.
wrap idea.
I'm gonna go
Because we will be
spray
giving
this
away
there.
a Sans course as part of that. So make sure you are paying attention to that. Right? We do have Sec Data Ops next Thursday. Surprise guest. You'll see it on socials, which does remind me, make sure you have all notifications turned on for socials. While I do have scheduled streams, whenever Carmen is out of town, whenever I'm bored at night, or if it's raining and I can't go to the driving range, or I can't be out on the golf course, I have been known to randomly stream.
So
it freaks Brian out because he's usually chilling at home on his couch with a good book and his old man glasses and his old man gray beard, reading a book on world history, and he sees a notification on his phone that I'm gone streaming, and I usually get 1 or 2 responses. Holy shit, I gotta go help Neil, or fuck that asshole. I don't know which one it'll be, but who knows? But I may start streaming randomly. So you want to have those notifications turned on so you know when I go streaming.
So this is a bit broken. I don't have any new.
I think that's all the awesome stuff.
So I'm kind of thinking that let's make sure it's compact at least.
For an awesome Friday. I'm super excited to get started.
I think
with
that
my
did
day
it.
Here today. Go do some awesome stuff at Query.
So I wiped it off with isopropyl too.
If you're on the other side of the world,
so it is very sticky now.
congratulations, you kicked ass on another week.
So no,
have a
there was lots of dust
evening.
on the
Do whatever it
side.
is you gotta do to be happy. If you're over
Yeah,
here in the
I can
US,
still see
make
it.
Friday an awesome frickin' Friday. Go do some awesome shit today. I love you. Y'all stay awesome. And remember, whether you're on the red side or the blue side or still deciding,
So?
keep learning, and I'll see you.
Oh, I'm not quick enough. Come on. So, kind of. This one has 2 screws that are here, and the other one. What did I do? We need both. So this is a laptop's mouse. So did it fall on the floor? No. Can't see anything. Nothing there. And these are the stripes. Let's throw them out. We have 1 screw, so I could just grab another similar, but that would take more time. I don't want to waste time on that. Okay, lifting everything up. So that's very odd. That's very odd. So I'd like to put this back now because I don't want anything to get dirty. And this is the direction of it. So let's start with putting this one back. Oh, it's here. It's stuck there. So we have both. So maybe this was a bit magnetic then. So, because I was like, the only thing that was close was this. But I lifted it, I moved it, and it didn't fall off. So we're tightening that rubbery, spongy pad. More rubbery than spongy. These I'm doing kind of tightly. So I should have gotten a new screwdriver there. So I think I need some isopropanol too. Right. And let's put the old lid on that one. So this will dry for a bit, but it will kind of quickly be dried. But I'm kind of thinking we'll put some paste on the processor too. And let's just test putting this back first. So this way, and it is symmetrical, so this the end doesn't matter. Though I can see this is the dirty side. It's still, if you look on the side, you see this is where the fan was. So, and I have the fan over here, which is still very dirty. So I'm just gonna brush that off if I can see where I put the brush. Like blind here. So where? There. I mean, if I can't see it, there's only one spot left, right? Underneath. So I might even put these things in the water. Like things that don't have a lot of electronics in this. It will probably survive fine. But then you'd have to let it dry for a long time too. So when I worked at Electronic Arts, there was lots of coke in keyboards. Yeah, lots of very, very dirty keyboards. So I just put them in the sink and let the water go for a bit in a big sink. And then I let them dry for a good time, and then they were perfectly good again. So not the high-tech ones though, I guess. So this is just very dusty. I don't want to get the dust on the desk, so trash bin it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Especially since this probably is going in the trash, right? I don't think it will work, but it's a kind of nice tiny project to do when I'm feeling like a bit lazy. So the fan, so this is dirty. I want it to fall on the motherboard now. So I don't think there's any like static electricity at all in this brush. If it is, that's not good, right? But so let's see. This can be like folded both ways. And I don't really think it matters much. So you tighten this too. Yeah, and there's like a spot for that in the middle of this here. So let's put it in. Oh, look. One of them doesn't have the thingy left. Interesting. Oh, now we know where it was, right? And we know it was like this. So let's put this back the way it was. Like that. And these will go like this. Yeah. So just have to put some goo on there first. Mm. So the theory of this, gosh, I'm gonna like finish this thing. Don't know if it's enough. We'll see. Maybe it is. It's starting to run out, definitely. Let's see. Let's just make sure that it feels like slightly enough. So I would just put the blob on there, right? But I want to make sure it's like slightly good enough. And that is not as big as this ship. So I'm gonna put some more on there. I just want to spread this out a little bit. I don't think that's enough anyway. So will this run out? Yeah, it's more now. So I don't really like putting it this wide.
Goaku says.
Happy Friday. Time to fix it, fix it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can fix this. Yeah. I'm not so sure because we didn't find anything wrong with it. So probably it won't work. But we can always try, And I need to get more of that because I think that was like out. So how are you, Gaku? I'm not up for any move it today, so you know. So there. So, oh yeah, it was more than enough. I thought that it was kind of thick, whatever I had on there, Yeah, it's going out all the directions. And we don't even know if this processor is dead or not. So I think it's okay to have a bit of extra on there. So the question is how tight to go with these. They should definitely be not falling out now at least, right? So 3 of them actually pulled the thing that was on the motherboard out, except for this one. So I have that one to compare with. So let's say we couldn't move it before. So should we wait? I still have to get stuff, right? And this is still a bit dirty, whatever. Let's put this back. Oh, Well. So we're not gonna start it soon because for some reason there's some goo here. So this has been used as a paintbrush, obviously, right? So I'm painting everything with watercolors. So I'll put this back. I'm just curious how much is in there, but still I don't think it's much. So how's your Friday, Goki, so far? Is it going good? Oh, I'm warm from this. So it is actually 28.7 in here. So it's 16.5 outside. So still dirtier. Yeah, let's put the fan back. So it was like, are these screws? No, we don't like have anything to screw. So we started looking at the microscope with those. That's what we did first. And yeah, got rid of the cables. So will this fit if I do that? Yeah, so let's grab some stripes. I'm just getting them from probably should have the door open for a bit. Lights can help. So where are the stripes? I had them all along to my mom's the other day. There. So it's definitely like several degrees colder outside my door. So I left it open now. So I couldn't get out of it, get out. So that's why I cut the old ones. So we'll know soon if this is, well, relatively soon, I guess. If this is all a waste of time. These are so tiny. So I would probably have been fine without these, but since it was like that, we can put it back. So there. So yeah, so that didn't go very well. I wanted it to go that way. There. So it seems I didn't tighten this enough. Yeah, it's still not tight enough. So tomorrow, I have a Hackbox meetup again, but this one with the CTF. So I think I grabbed the wrong thing. So now, yeah, so I can't type anymore anyway. Oh well. So, was this all for nothing? Probably. But I kinda had fun, so it might be fun to start it on the desk too, right?
Born Again says, hey, will you buy a Horde Gal server?
I'd meet with both, and then I'll. Well, it depends, of course. If you're buying it for home, you wouldn't. But if it was buying for work, I would have meetings and let them, like, give me all the info. So I've bought both before. Home, yeah.
Home.
So then I would care more about the price versus specs than the brand. And if there's special features that you want, or if you just want like power for as little money as possible, and also the noise level, right? That you wouldn't care about that for a company in a server room to have low noise level, but at home you might want to have it nice. So it's back together. Though we did spray it with isopropanol, and it'll have to wait for a few hours. Also, we don't have any RAM in here. I actually have a manual for it, so it'll be quite easy to look up how they want the RAM placed. Because
What would you recommend for home and move it small with less noise?
So I don't know. I haven't looked at the specs, but they should have noise levels when you look at them. So I don't have any good advice. Checking the specs, seeing what's good noise wise and specs. So we have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I like the glasses, Professor Fix-It.
Born Again says,
I can't see anything now.
thank you.
So I have them on my nose like that. They're also very dirty, so I wonder if they would melt if I put isopropanol because they're plastic. So there will be something on RAM placement somewhere here. Here. Multi-channel mode population rule. So 1 and 5, I kind of guessed since they never named like that. And then 3, 7. So we have 4 modules. So this, and this. That's how we want it. And I want it to dry out, especially I brushed in here now, so it's still wet from the isopropanol. So it'll have to wait probably to tomorrow. So it won't be, that means next week because I'm not streaming tomorrow, right? Actually, I have the Type the Box meetup with the CDF. It's very, very nice. It's just my third actual time meeting real cyber people IRL, like fourth actually though, at meetups. So let's like give it a little hat. And let's find a place for it. Right, I'll put it back in the big white box where it lived. So I have the box where it used to be, just over here actually. So we can put it back in there. Let's check if it has a power supply. Yeah, it has a power supply. Though I want to trade several, as it was dead. I already have done that. I've already tried it with several the motherboard with several power supplies. I don't think I did the other way around to test the motherboard with another, to trade the power supply with another motherboard. I don't think I did that. Should we do something else hardware? Or should we do like something not hardware?